Hello, and for those of you who don't know, my name is Eli Hanna, and yes, I do have a lot of goals. I've got aspirations and I've got a lot of things that I would love to achieve, and I would be wrong and I'd be lying if I told you I didn't want them right now, because let's be real, we're all impatient, and if we want something, we want it as fast as possible. We want it right now, and we do not want to wait. But what's crazy about that, and what I come to learn in my early 20s, I am 21 years old, is that things do take time. You do need to plant those seeds, and then you do need to water those seeds in order to keep going further. And yes, you may have goals as in, I want a Lamborghini, I want my red Ferrari, I want that house on the hill, I want that house that's facing the water, I want the sand to be my backyard. But those are just goals, right? Those are just pictures that we may see. But if I'm talking from a proper standpoint, yes, I've got a lot of those goals. Nice. They're visions that I can see in my future, in my later on life. But right now, I've got certain things I want to achieve, as in business goals and just things along those certain points. But what I'd say we need to realize, and I don't even know what I'm going to title this video, but what we need to realize is that the world is constantly evolving, and because the world is constantly evolving, we need to adapt to the world evolving, and we need to keep learning. Because yes, me being in my early 20s, I finished school about 4 years ago. Yeah, literally about 4 years ago. And to be honest with you, I've always known, yes, I'm done with school now, but learning hasn't stopped. Yes, I'm currently a plumber, and when I do attain that license, it doesn't matter what the case is, because learning doesn't stop either. We need to understand the world is constantly evolving, and we need to keep adapting, and we need to keep learning. Because if we've come to a point where we're like, okay, I am learned, I have learned enough, that's when everything starts going downhill. And you know what? Completely switching up the subject, but yeah, us being in our early 20s, it's beautiful. I'm very grateful that I'm in my early 20s and I have the ability to actually take on as much risks as I'm willing to take. Meaning, I'm taking on so much risk in where if I fail, I will lose everything, but it doesn't matter, because I'm in my early 20s. I've got room to take those risks, and I've got room to make mistakes in order for myself to learn. And whether I do lose everything and I come out the other side with absolutely zero, I'm not looking at it that way, because I know that if I make that mistake and I lose absolutely everything, I'm going to come out the other side with a smile on my face, being like, wow, I've spent all that money, I've taken that risk, I've lost absolutely everything, but I've learned a lot that I wouldn't have learned if I didn't lose that money, or if I didn't take that risk. Because making mistakes and taking risks, it all comes with learning new things and wrapping your head around certain things that you did not know earlier. Because if it wasn't for the many risks that I wouldn't have taken, I wouldn't have learned as much as it has been learning while I've been taking that risks. I've been planting seeds and I've been watering them, and at the end of the day, whatever risk it may be, I am over exaggerating. I won't lose all my money, but I will lose a large portion of it. But I'll come around the other side and be happy about it, because I know next time I can go again. I can do the exact same thing, use the mistake that I have made, learn from it, try a different method, and succeed. I am in my early 20s. I don't have any liabilities, and beauty of it is I don't have kids. I don't have any excuse that I can give in where I can actually be like, okay, I can't take that risk, I've got a kid, or I've got liabilities, I've got bills to pay. No, that's the beauty of it. I'm young right now, and I've got so much time and so many mistakes that I'm willing to make in order to actually get to my destination. I've got so many losses I'm willing to attain in order to get that one win towards the upside, because I know once I do attain that one win, I am gonna have the blueprint, and I am gonna have the step-by-step process in order to attain more wins exactly like that one, because I've literally won. Unless something gets updated I will evolve with it because I've already gotten that win. I've already counted in those steps. I've adapted, and that's the beauty of it. You got to keep adapting, and you've got to keep evolving in order to move around and move up in this world. It's all the game. It is all a game. And I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. I'm just sitting here talking to the camera, but I love talking. Maybe that's my job. I can just talk a bunch of crap, even though I do have a goal with my talking. Sometimes I do lose track because I talk a lot, but that's not the case. I'm trying to talk to, most importantly, help you guys out, but by me doing that, I'm helping myself out as well, because I am learning as I speak. As I teach you guys, I am teaching myself. And that's what I love about the process of making these YouTube videos and making this informative video of just me talking crap about taking losses and eventually getting that win and making mistakes and learning from them, adapting, evolving, whatever it may be. This may be going through your head and you're getting that hit of dopamine where you're like, wow, yeah, I do need to take those risks. I do need to get those losses in order to attain that one win. Because let's face it, some people are just there. They're afraid to make mistakes. They're afraid to be judged by other people. They're just afraid in general. They want to play it so safe that in the long run, because they played it safe, they're going to be working for the rest of their life, and they're going to wish they would have been able to take those risks in their early 20s. And I'm just trying to help you guys out and push you guys to take those risks, so that way you don't have those valid excuses by the time you're 30 years old, in where you can take those risks, but the excuses outweigh the risk. I want to push you guys to do better, because as I do better, I want my viewers and the people that listen to these videos to do better as well, because I enjoy being in a standpoint of where I'm in a team. Let's be real. I don't like being alone. I don't like doing things on a solo mission, because being in a team and having so many brains put together is better than that one head put together. And there's so many situations where I can be like, 2 is better than 1, because many of those situations, 2 is better than 1, 3 is better than 1. Anything is better than 1. So I've got to say, make yourself a team, find yourself a group, get together, make a plan, push together, because at the end of the day, everyone has strengths and everyone have powers in different aspects and different fields in life, which is the beauty of having a team, because you need that. Who cares? Don't be a Mr. Do-it-all, and do not especially be the Mr. I know it all, because I believe that is what will fuck you up in life. To just say clearly, that will mess things up if you act or think you know it all, because I believe that everyone has their own job and everyone has their own mission. So if you've got a goal, maybe you can either hire people or have a team in place where you guys all work together and everyone has their set tasks. For example, me, I'm a plumber, and I decide to build a house one day. Nice, I will do the plumbing aspect of it. I will leave the electrical up to the electrician. I will leave the carpentry up to the carpenter, because that is their position and that is for them to do. And that goes with anything in life. Anyone who has a power in a certain field, let them do it and don't try to butt in, because that's their job. And I feel as if that's it. That is what will get you far, and that will save you time. Do what you're good at and attain a friendship group in where people are good at another thing than you, or even better, good at the same thing within the same field. And then you guys can work together to make certain things happen in where you guys all succeed, and you guys use yourselves to climb up the ladder. You guys use each other, because at the end of the day, you need to be giving a value to that person, and that person will essentially give a value back. You can't look at relationships and be like, what can I extract out of this in a selfish way? No, because if you want something from someone, it's going to be an even exchange of value. You've got to give them value as well as them giving you value, because that is how relationships essentially work. Let's be real. I've got a girlfriend and I give her value in certain ways she cannot give me value, but she gives me value in certain ways that I cannot give her value. And we support each other. We do what we need to do, and we essentially do our part. My girlfriend doesn't try to do the plumbing work for me, and I don't try to do the, let's say, designing work for my girlfriend, because she has an eye for design. She has an eye for things that look good, and that's just it. We both know our place. We both know what we're doing, and we keep going ahead with what we're doing. So leave that job up to that person and leave you up to whatever it may be. And if you're able to help within a certain field, then help. I like talking. Yes, I'm a plumber. I don't enjoy doing the work, but I like talking and I like helping people, and I like putting, most importantly, a smile on people's face. So if someone wants something done and I know I am capable of getting it done, whether it's through me or recommending someone else, you best know that I will do anything in my power in order to put a smile on that person's face in a way of where I can exchange them my value in possibly exchange for help from them in the future, or a tip from them, or a piece of advice. Who knows, whatever it may be. But whatever it may be, I'm coming to the end of my video now. I enjoy putting a smile on people's faces, and I enjoy working hard, and I enjoy working towards my goals and doing whatever it is that needs to be done in order to achieve my goals. And I am walking my vision, and most of the times I may not even see my vision, but that's okay, because I believe God, the man upstairs, is leading me towards the right path, and he's helping me open up the right doors in where I may not see the exact path, but each time I take a step and each time I take a leap, yes, the light shines brighter and brighter, and I'm just going ahead with whatever it is I need to do and whatever it is the man upstairs is telling me to do. And everything does come together in a very weird way, but it does, because half of the times I don't even know what I'm doing, but then I look back on it and be like, wow, God is so great. Whatever has just happened then has happened for that reason. And in the moment, I've been sitting there and thinking in my head, what the frick's going on? What's happening? Why am I doing this? Why am I running late? Oh wow, I ran late to this certain thing because I was going to meet this person, or God has stopped me from getting in traffic in a car accident. That's why I've left early, or I've left late. That's amazing. Everything works in your way as long as you've got your goals, you've got your aspirations, and you've got somewhat of a vision and somewhat of a path that you're going down. And yeah, as simple as that. Anyway, it's been EH, and I'm out. As always, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.